Hello guys, welcome to Caan Tech Foundation. My name is Catherine, and in today's video we're going to learn how to register a private limited company in Kenya. Now, a private limited company is a legal entity that is separate on its own. That means it's not tied to you. And one common mistake that most people do when registering a private limited company in Kenya is register the name first by going to register a business name. But you shouldn't do that. If you want to register a company, you go straight to company registration, and there you will provide your proposed business names or proposed company names. Business name registration is strictly for sole proprietors. So you don't go to register the name of the company first as a business name and then come register the company. Instead, what you do is you go straight to company registration. And this is how you register a company in Kenya. So to register a private limited company in Kenya, go to eCitizen.go.ke and click on sign in. It will take you to the login page. This is how it looks like. Enter your email address or ID number, password, and click on sign in. You will be taken to the eCitizen portal. This is how it looks like. Confirm that the details are yours. You are making the application using your account. Once you scroll down, click on BRS Business Registration Services. They're in charge of maintaining the life cycle of a business in Kenya. Now, BRS is going to tell you to choose an account you want to proceed with to register your company. So if you have another registered business or company, they are going to appear under organization account. If you don't, click on your personal account to proceed. Otherwise, click on the relevant account that you want to register the new company with. Now, this is the old BRS portal. This is how it looks like. To access the new portal, click on Make Application. Once you click on Make Application, click on Apply Now under BRS V2, BRS version 2. Click on Proceed with eCitizen. Again, it's going to tell you to choose an account to proceed with to the new portal. So choose the same one that you chose. If you chose individual, choose individual. If you chose a business account, choose the business account that you chose at the beginning. So this is the dashboard of the new BRS portal. Under Company Registry Services, click on Proceed. Click on Login with eCitizen. Again, you are going to see the account switcher. Choose between personal and organization account, the one you want to make the application with. Now, to register your company, click on Make Application and the services are going to appear. Next to Private Limited Company, click on Apply. Now, BRS have made some significant changes in the application. They have improved very many things. So first of all, the first step is entering your proposed names. Initially, you would enter 5 names, but 3 are mandatory. So it's the same, except when you're entering the name of your company, it gives you a suggestion, okay? It tells you whether that name is available or not. So that is the new improvement. That is great. You can also choose to abbreviate or not. By abbreviation, it means the name LTD, written in short, or limited in full. So enter your 3 proposed names. Choose if they are affiliated to an existing entity. That is, if the company you want to register is related to another company that is already in operation. So when you're done, click on Next. Now, the next step in private limited company registration is articles of association. This is like a constitution that governs your company. Okay, your company has to be governed by some rules. Okay, so this is what the articles of association is all about. So if you don't have one drafted, you can use the official one that BRS has. I'll show you how to get to that one. You can also choose the BRS one that they already have and then adopt a few things and change a few things. You can do that by yourself or with the help of an advocate. There are company advocates for that. Or you can prepare your own articles of association yourself or with the help of an advocate, a company advocate. So make sure you enter all the details such as a capacity. Are you applying as a director, advocate, address, postal code, And then the articles of association. So if you choose to adopt the one that BRS has, you can be able to access it and read through it to see if it's the best fit for your company, or you can change a few things. So if you have you have already prepared, you choose the third option. To access the model articles of association, click on the click here text link that is in blue. Choose which industry your company is in. Is it regulated or unregulated? Example of regulated include financial, education, and healthcare. Also state the primary objective of your company. For example, if your company is a cake baking company, maybe your primary objective is to bake cakes. Also make sure you choose the primary business activity, sector, division, group, and class, and also state the target business start date. When do you intend to start officially operations for your company? The text link with model of articles association will take you to this page, BRS. Click on download to be able to access the model articles of association and read through it. Choose your accounting period and month. When do you intend to do your accounts? Also state the number of employees that you intend to start with. Only employees that will earn more than 13,486, which is the minimum wage. Also state the estimated annual turnover. How much does your company intend to make per year? Is the company you're registering a subsidiary company or a branch? You have to state that. Was your business formed as a result of acquisition? You also have to state that. If your answer is yes to both questions, you'll be asked further details that you need to provide. Once you're done, click on next. The next step in private limited company registration is the registered office address. Make sure you enter the registered office address or the required details. Any field with an asterisk is a mandatory field. Once you're done filling all details of registered office address, click on next. The next step is share information. How much does your company have in terms of shares? There are 3 types of shares: ordinary, preference, and others. So ordinary shares are just ordinary shares. People holding ordinary shares can vote on important matters in the company. Preference shares are those people who will own shares and they have a fixed dividend. Okay, when the company makes profits, they are paid first, and their dividend or profit is always fixed. Okay, I also state the number of shares you intend to start with and the value of each share. How much per share do you intend to sell? This will estimate the nominal capital of your company. You can also add more than one share category. Once you're done, click on next. In case you are stuck here, you can consult a financial advisor. Once you're done, click on next. The next step is ownership details: owners of the company, directors, shareholders, and director shareholders. If you are the sole owner of your company, you should add yourself as a director shareholder. Okay, if you are the sole only owner of the company. Now, to add the ownership details, click on add director/shareholder. When you click on add director shareholder, you'll be able to choose the designation of the person you're adding. Is it a director shareholder, a shareholder, or a director? Their ID type: are they a Kenyan citizen, a foreign company, foreign resident? But for this one, we use the Kenyan citizen. So if it's a Kenyan citizen, enter their ID number in the ID lookup field and their first name, and then click on search. Once you do that, all the other fields are going to auto-populate with their details, such as their first name, last name, KRA PIN, and such. As you can see, the details automatically populate. Now, the next step in that is to add a passport photo, which is mandatory. Click on choose file to add your passport photo. Also scroll down to contacts and enter the contact details of the person you are adding. Apart from their contact information, their residential address will also be required, so make sure you enter their residential address. If the individual you're adding is a director shareholder or a shareholder, you need to issue all of the shares that you entered in the share information step. So to issue all shares, click on issue shares. Previously, the beneficial ownership was on its own step, but now it has been merged into the ownership details. Make sure you state the beneficial ownership of the individual you are adding, their total ownership in the company, how much do they own directly and indirectly as well. Also state their type of influence in the company, is it direct or indirect? Their right to appoint other directors, is it direct or indirect? Also, if they are indirect, make sure you add their share ownership of that person as well as their indirect voting rights by clicking on add. You also have to choose the effective date of that person becoming a beneficial owner. Also state the source of beneficial owner information, who has provided that information. So a beneficial owner is someone who has control over the company. Once you're done, click on save. Once you're done adding all the details of the owners of the company, they will appear in the ownership details. Also choose if you want to add a beneficial owner, someone that you did not add. A beneficial owner is someone who is in control or in charge of the company. They own majority of the company and they make all the decisions. They are the persons behind the company who control everything, although their names are not in the public records. Also choose if you want to add a secretary. So if your answer is yes to both questions, you'll be required to add more information such as their ID number, their names, are they a foreign resident, a foreign company, their registration details and such, their contact information and their residential address. Once you're done, click on next. If you click on yes, you want to add a secretary, you have to choose what type of secretary is it. Is it just a secretary or a joint secretary? A joint secretary is more than one secretary who share the responsibilities of the company. To add the details of the secretary, click on edit to add the information. Once you are done, click on save and then click on next. Now guys, application document is the last stage of the process. After you have downloaded all the documents, read through them, make sure the information is accurate to your knowledge. After you are done, scan and then come upload them back to the portal by clicking on choose file. Once you're done, you click on complete. The next step is to review your application to ensure that it's correct, and after that you submit it. After you submit, you're supposed to pay. It's Kenyan shillings 10,750 for a private limited company, and once you're done paying, the application will appear in your application history and you can download the invoice and also check the status of your application. Now, to check the status of your company, go to application history and there you'll be able to see the status. This one is draft because it was for the purpose of the video and hence not submitted, but otherwise it reads name reservation. After name reservation, there is review and then approval and then registration, and your company will be successfully registered. Thank you so much guys for watching how to register a private limited company in Kenya. My name has been Catherine and this is Caan Tech Foundation. Until next time, bye bye.